What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? I know y'all didn't expect to see me, so soon. My last video, I said, a lot of people might think I was done with YouTube. I'm not done with YouTube. I love YouTube. I love making content. I love creating. I'm just done with chasing success of YouTube. I'm completely done with that. I'm just on here doing what I love to do. If you want to join in, you could. If you don't, that's fine too. I don't need your subscriptions. I don't need nothing. I don't need your likes. I don't need nothing. I'm just here to do what I do and let it be what it be. So, with that being said, I've found out the real meaning of life. I finally figured out the true meaning of life. And they might delete this. They're probably going to delete this. They might delete this. So, if this gets deleted, it wasn't me. Okay? So, if you're still here, let's get to it. So, the meaning of life is to get money. Okay, that's it. Y'all have a good day. So, boom. The meaning of life is to get money. The world revolves around money. That's the whole purpose of everything we do. That's the reason why we wake up in the morning and do what we do. And guess what? It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing because you need money to survive. It's not a bad thing. But the problem is the greed of money is a bad thing. The greed of money is a bad thing. The love of money is a bad thing. Now, I believe you need money in society. I know a lot of people say, money is man-made. We don't need money. Okay, we need money in society because we need to find a way to trade goods. If it wasn't money, it would be something else. It would probably be cattle or livestock or whatever. It would be something else. Okay. And we need to have certain positions filled in society to keep the world running. If jobs didn't exist, nobody would want to work. Who's gonna run stores that's necessary to keep the society moving? Who's gonna do it? Nobody's gonna want to do it because nobody has no incentive to do it. Okay, so jobs is not a problem. Money is not a problem. The problem of money is the greed of money and the pricing of money. A lot of things are very expensive that don't need to be that expensive. A lot of people don't make that much money. Okay, so the fact that everything is so expensive, it gives people the greed and almost animalistic act of searching for money and doing unspeakable things for money to get this money to achieve certain things that they want in life they wouldn't be able to achieve otherwise. With that being said, also, life is a competition. We may not see it, but life is a competition. Whether you like it or not, your friend, your neighbor, your classmate, you're in competition with them. That's just the way society is. From the moment you hit that thing called school, from the moment you hit daycare, preschool, you're put in a room with all your fellow specimens. All your fellow specimens, and that's what they teach you to draw, write, color, talk, spell, whatever. And it may not seem them at the time. You may just seem like, okay, we just buddy old pals, everything cool. But as you get older, you start to notice life favors the specimen that's, more advanced. Once you hit middle school, high school, life favors the specimens that's, the smartest, the strongest, and the academic field or the sports world, So life favor those people more. If you're not the smartest or you're not an athlete, you're out of luck. Okay? So life favors those people more. That's why scholarships are so vast and a lot for them. Okay? So those are some of the meanings of life. Okay? You're not meant to live the life you want. You're not meant to live the life you dream of. Okay? It took me a long time to do that. It took me a long time to figure that out. You're not meant to live the life you want. Nobody gives a fuck if you live the life you want. You're meant to live and give money to the appropriate people. Who's the appropriate people? The people whatever group, whatever higher up group you're not allowed in, those are the people right there, okay? The people who own the big businesses and the people who have power over the little guys, those are the people who make the big bucks. And we need the little guys to stay little so they can keep the big guys big. Don't let that go over your head. So, there's a lot of corruption in this world. And I know people might say, well, society's, it's not, people like to say, well, society's against me, or whatever is against me. The man is against me. I mean, in a way, you're right. In a way, you are right. Nobody's going to give you the blueprint to make it to the top. Fuck no. Nobody's giving you the blueprint to climb the ladder. That's some shit you have to figure out on your own. And a lot of people don't figure it out. A lot of people are too distracted with distractions. A lot of people are too distracted with distractions. There's too much distractions pushed in the world for anybody to focus on anything of importance. There's too much distractions, and people can't even focus on their future because they got a porn addiction. People can't focus on their future because they got gambling addiction. People because they got alcohol and drug addictions. You think they give a fuck about the future? No. That's why I've decided to stay sober. I've decided to not drink. I've not been smoking for many years now. I don't gamble. I'm not gonna say I did. I still do have a lust problem. I'm not gonna lie. It's an addiction that I do battle. It's an addiction I do battle, and it sets me back on my purpose. It sets me back on opening my mind to what's out there. It sets me back to, it sets me back to the point where I don't even care they're pulling the wool over my eyes, because I'm so sedated in my dopamine that I just feel so good right now that I'm okay. I'm okay. But those are some of the meanings of life. I could go on and on and on. But the point is, the goal is for you not to make it to the top. If you wasn't born into a specific special group of people, of higher ups, or born into wealth, or born into that special social group, you shit out of luck. Okay? It's not meant for you. For them to live the best of their life and enjoy the fruits of the world, enjoy the fruits of God, of this God-given earth, they need you to be poor. I'm going to say it blunt. They need you to be poor. Because if everybody's rich, think about this. If everybody's rich, is anybody really rich? You can't have an upper class if everybody's upper class. That would throw off society balance. Money would pretty much be obsolete. That would throw off society. Nobody would want to work low-wage jobs. I mean, everybody would be in a mansion. And I guess crime wouldn't exist, I guess. And I guess prisons wouldn't exist. I'm just saying. I'm just speaking hypothetically, because I don't know, because this is a world we'll never see. So I'm just saying, well, prisons may never exist. Private prisons may never exist. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money gone. I don't know, man. I don't know. But I figured out the meaning of life. So for those who watching, I was trapped in the cycle of chasing success on YouTube. But why? I know people say, oh, it's my dream, it's my passion. Fuck it. I was doing it for the love of money. The love of money, until I realized the love of money wasn't going to save my soul. Okay? So my best advice to you guys is, I don't know what you believe in. I don't know if you believe in a higher power. I don't know if whatever you believe in. But there's something out there that's greater than us. And I'm not pushing no religion on nobody. Whatever you believe in, and you're not harming anybody, you're not hurting anybody in any way. I believe we use religion as some type of rule book or guidelines to the way that we live life. And I believe religion in most religions are used positively to help us live life positively. But religion is also used to say, hey, these are the rule books of life. These are the guidelines of life. Follow these guidelines, and you'll get to where you need to go in the afterlife. But if you don't follow these guidelines, you're going to be punished. So it is used to keep people in line, but it is no different than, law enforcement in Earth, keeping people in line. Hey, follow these rules and you're good. But if you don't follow these rules, these guidelines of life, you're going to put away. You're going to get put away. Time is the most important thing in life. Time is something you will never get back. Life is short. Life is very short. Life is like, your time in life is, in the grand scheme of things, is like a blink. It's like a blink. So use your time wisely. Don't spend all your time chasing money. Don't spend all your time chasing material items. Don't do it, because the love for money, the love for material items, it has ruined love. And love was the greatest thing on this planet, because we all want love. We all searching for love. We all searching to fill that void in our heart. Okay? Love was the greatest thing on this planet, but I don't believe there's love in this world anymore, because the love for money and the love for material items and the love for fame and fortune has ruined everything. But that's just my thoughts. I could be wrong. I could be wrong on everything I just said, but this is my opinion. Okay. So, like I said, this is what I'm going to be doing from now on. I'm just going to be speaking my mind. If you want to follow along, follow along. If not, that's fine too. Nobody's forced to do anything. We all have free will. At least that's what they want us to think. Well, as free as they allow us. Our free will is as free as they allow us. Okay, so, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I might have something to say later on, but I don't know. As for right now, I think I've got everything out of the meaning of life. But yeah, I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. I rock with y'all. And I don't know if y'all can hear my voice. I'm more like, my voice, I'm projecting them more. I feel better now. Because if you watch my past video, I was sad, depressed, and everything in the world, because I don't have this. I'm comparing myself to other people in life. I'm comparing myself to people on social media. I deleted all social media, by the way. I compare myself to this and that. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough this. I don't have enough that. But guess what? You will never have enough that, because you will always be chasing that. You will always be, and I had to learn that. There's something I'll be chasing for the rest of my life, and I'll never be happy, because I'll never be enough. It will never be enough. So I wanted to end everything. I wanted to end myself, because I felt like I wasn't enough. I wasn't worthy. The whole time I was worthy all along. I just couldn't see it, because I'm comparing myself. I feel like, because society say, if I don't have this and I don't have that, and the men say, and there's not, and we like to put everything on women, but it's not just women. Men will switch up on you if you don't have certain things in place. Also, if they don't feel like they can gain anything off you, if men feel like they can't gain anything off you, they'll switch up on you also, just like women. I'm sorry if I'm all over the place talking over myself, because like I said, I'm speaking in real time, and everything's coming to me. I have no script. Everything's coming off the top of the dome. It's in real time for me, but by the time you see this, it's pre-recorded. Okay, so men will switch up on you too. If men see you got $1 million in a Lamborghini, they'll be your friend in 2.5 seconds. Okay. If you lose it all today, the only thing is they'll stick around a little longer than the women. Because men for heterosexual men, we don't have no sexual interest in each other. Okay? So we're not pursuing each other in that way. But as heterosexual men and women, we need each other to multiply the earth. We need each other to procreate. So we need each other no matter how much. You ever heard a term, you can't live with them, can't live without them? That's pretty much men and women of today. We hate everything about each other, but we love each other. Okay, because we need each other. If one race was to completely if one gender was to completely disappear today, the world would stop. Nobody would do anything. Nobody would do anything. The world would stop. We need each other. So stop putting each other down. Okay? We have bigger problems to fry than who was born with a penis and who was born with a vagina. We have bigger fucking problems. Okay? Okay? So like I say, you guys hear me talking more? Because like I say, I'm finding bliss in this. I'm finding happiness. I'm finding the love. I hated myself 2 days ago. I hated myself yesterday. Go watch the video. I hated myself yesterday. But what do I know? What do I know? But anyway, y'all be blessed. Y'all be good. Stop the hate. Stop the violence. We only here for a short time. Let's have a good time, okay? Y'all be good. Peace.